Hey guys, Louis here from thelanguagescientist.com, and in today's video I'm going to do a Chinese Class 101 review. So this is a review of the ChineseClass101.com website for learning Chinese. I'm going to be answering multiple questions, namely, is ChineseClass101.com legit or is it some sort of scam? And also, is it worth it? Can you become fluent in Chinese if you were to just use ChineseClass101.com and nothing else for learning Chinese? And also, how long can you expect to the process to consume in in the sense that how long is it going to take to go from absolute beginner in Chinese to advanced just using ChineseClass101.com? And finally, I want to talk about how you can get the best price possible for a subscription plan on ChineseClass101.com, because there are a lot of discounts going on. It really depends on when you visit the website and so on. Alright, so first of all, I want to answer the question of, is ChineseClass101.com some sort of scam or is it legit? And I know that if you've been around on YouTube trying to learn Chinese or on Google, you've seen the ads for ChineseClass101.com and the videos as well. And they seem very aggressive. Like, there's no doubt that the marketing for ChineseClass101.com is very, very aggressive. It's always about, click here and get your free account, and here's this huge discount and so on. Now, in spite of this, if you look beyond that surface level of aggressive marketing and you actually create an account and you see it for yourself, you actually try the learning program, you will see that actually ChineseClass101.com is a totally legit website. It's a totally legit business, and it has a great learning program. It's actually a lot better, a lot more effective and efficient than a lot of Chinese learning websites. ChineseClass101.com is actually from a company named InnovativeLanguage.com, which is a company based in Japan. Totally legit. Alright, now let me talk about pricing very quickly. How can you get the best price possible for ChineseClass101.com? Well, I have included a link in the description of this YouTube video that will lead you to this page here, which is the pricing page. Now, I've included this link because then you can see all of the details of every single pricing of every single plan that you will get, but also depending on when you click on the link, you will have a discount applied to the pricing page, which the discounts are usually pretty big. It can range from 25 to about 55% depending on when you click on the link. So click on the link in the description and take a look to check out if you may benefit, if you can apply a discount if you were to subscribe to Chinese Class 101. All right, now let me get into the meat and potatoes of this video, which is essentially, can you get fluent with ChineseClass101.com? Is it worth it? Is it actually better than other websites for learning Chinese? So I'm on the dashboard here of my account in ChineseClass101.com, and it's a bit overwhelming at first. There are lots of things that you can do, but essentially the main content is here. If you go to lessons and you go to lesson library, this is the main stuff, right? And I already have this page open here, and this is just an example. I chose the absolute beginner level, and you can see that there are 77 lessons for this absolute beginner pathway. And so the lessons go from absolute beginner up to advanced, so 5 different levels, and each level has about 70 to 100 lessons depending on the pathway. As you can see here, it's 80. Intermediate, it's 50, and so on up to advanced. So in total, you're looking at about 350, 400 lessons, something like that. So every single lesson is going to take about 30 minutes, or you can spend more time on it if you want, but overall each lesson, and I'm going to get into the details and show you the content of every lesson, but essentially it's based around a podcast. ChineseClass101.com is based around audio content for the most part, but there's so much more than that. And so if you can invest about 30 minutes a day for a lesson, you can actually finish ChineseClass101.com in a little bit over a year, because there are about 350, 400 lessons. I don't know exactly, but so that's what you're looking at. Now let me show you exactly the content of a lesson. So every single lesson, every single one of the 350 to 400 lessons is structured in this way here. You have a lesson page, and actually there is you will have access to a mobile application. You can download it on your smartphone, on iPhones, and Android phones as well, which you will have this version, like the app will give you access to this lesson page here. You will be able to download the audio version of the lesson, but you can also listen to it on your computer. So every single lesson, this is the title here, and you have a big play button here because every single lesson is based around audio content. This is the main stuff, right? This is the stuff that really matters. This is the about 15 to up to 25-minute audio lesson. Every single lesson is based around a dialogue in Chinese. Now, this dialogue here is very short because I think here we're at, absolute beginner. So it's very, very short, but as you get, progressively better, then in the intermediate or upper intermediate, the dialogues are actually a lot longer, twice, 3 times, 4 times that. So every single dialogue has the simplified character version, the English, the pinyin, the traditional version as well, if that's your thing, and so there you go. That's the written version. That dialogue is going to be played in the audio lesson. So two native Chinese people are going to actually speak using this dialogue, and a translation is going, there's an English speaker who is going to explain what that conversation means and sort of dissect every single grammatical point, the vocabulary, the pronunciation, and the cultural points. So all of these explanations that you get in the audio are actually on the lesson page here. There is all the the vocabulary list. You have all of the lesson notes, which are mostly grammatical points and cultural insights, as you can see here, and you have the whole lesson transcript, which is essentially every single word that was said in that lesson. Now, some other features of lessons are you can download the audio here. It's an MP3 file if you want to listen to it, but if you have the smartphone app, you will be able to do that without having to download the MP3. You can also download the PDF version of that lesson here with all its notes. Now, I think a lot of people are a bit worried when it comes to learning Chinese online that they're not going to get a lot of speaking practice. And this is not actually true with ChineseClass101.com, because here, with every single line of the dialogue, you're able to record yourself. I'm going to click here and wait, why is it not working? Yeah, so I probably disabled the microphone permissions, but I'm just going to explain this feature very quickly. Every single line of the dialogue here, you can actually click on this button, and if you click on allow, I'm not sure what's going on with my computer, but you click on allow and you're going to be able to record yourself saying this sentence here, and you will be able to compare your pronunciation with that of the native speaker, sort of like side-by-side comparison. It's really, really great. I don't know of many websites. I don't know of any website that does this, to be honest. And if you want to practice your tones, it's very, very useful. All right, so that's pretty much it for the lessons. Now I want to talk about pricing and in more detail. So specifically, I want to tell you which plan is actually the best. Now, the basic plan here is the least expensive, and just as a side note here, once again, these prices here are the prices that you're going to pay if you don't have any discount. My advice is click on the link in the description of this video and you will be led to this page If you don't see a discount, then just wait and you just visit ChineseClass101.com every single day. At some point, and very, very quickly, you will see that there is going to be a discount, like 25 up to 55%. It really depends. But these are pretty significant discounts most of the time. So the basic plan here does not have all of the features that I've shown in this video. You will get access to the lessons, but you will not get access to hear the line-by-line audio, so you will not be able to play every single sentence line by line. You will not be able to record yourself saying that sentence, and you will not be able to compare your pronunciation with that of a native speaker. The other thing you will not have access to as well is in the vocabulary section. If I just check those words, just assuming that I don't know them, I can actually add them to my flashcard deck. Just here, there you go. I can enter a flashcard deck name. I'm just going to show you this feature very, very quickly. I can go to flashcards, and all of the words that I have saved from my lesson are going to appear here. Now, the reason why this is very, very valuable is because the flashcards on ChineseClass101.com are not just simple flashcards. It's actually an SRS, meaning that it's a spaced repetition system. It's a flashcard system with an intelligent algorithm that is optimized for long-term retention. The goal of this algorithm here, of this scheduling algorithm, is that it's going to present you with certain words, certain phrases coming from the lessons that you have consumed at the right time, so that you can remember all of the words and phrases in the long term, because that's a pretty big deal, right? Being able to actually remember things in the long term. All right, so that was a pretty long side note, but this is what you would not get with the basic plan. No pronunciation exercises, and no flashcards. With the premium plan, you will get all of the features that I have shown in this video. So in my opinion, this is a very, very good option. Now, the Premium Plus plan is quite a bit more expensive than the Premium plan. It's about, more than twice the price. But if you get a discount, again, it's going to be a lot less expensive. The only difference between the Premium plan and the Premium Plus plan is that Premium Plus here gives you access to one-on-one learning. And if I go back to my dashboard here, you will see what this is. You'll see that there's a little chat icon here. If I click on it, you will see that there's a little chat sort of pop up here, and I can chat with a native, with a Chinese person, essentially. Now, it's not just about chatting with a Chinese person. Here, I will have access to multiple things, namely one-on-one access to a teacher. So that's what I showed you. Hand-graded assessments. So that person, that teacher, that Chinese person is going to assess you regularly throughout your learning, so to see if you're progressing. That person is going to give you a personalized learning plan program based on your difficulties and your objectives, and that's sort of what it is. Just, generally speaking, that Chinese person, you will get unlimited access to that person, and you can send sentences in Chinese to get some corrections and so on. You can ask questions about Chinese. You can send some recordings of you, speaking in Chinese, and that person is going to send a recording back, with like the correct way to pronounce things and some comments and so on. So essentially, the Premium Plus plan is going to get you access to a Chinese person, unlimited access to a Chinese person, not through video calls or anything, but unlimited chat access to a Chinese person. That's essentially what it is. My opinion on this is that most people should get premium, and if you really want to get a teacher, if you feel like this would be something that would help for you, then get the Premium Plus plan. All right, so that's pretty much it for this ChineseClass101.com review. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.